I was wondering. I was like, hey, he's kind of low today.
Oh, okay. Well, what is going on, everyone?
Woo.
Welcome back to another episode of Believe in the Houston Texans. I am one part of your show, Ruben Calvillo. I am joined by the handsome man, Harley Dugan. This episode brought to you by Bet Online. All the major sports are in action this week with the college football playoffs ready to kick off. Bet Online is your number one destination for all your sports wagering info, including news for pro football, the NBA, upcoming fights, and NHL games this season.
Head to the website today to get into the action and see all the updated odds for the week. Remember to use promo code BLEAV, BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
Where the game starts. The game for the Houston Texans was absolutely atrocious. Before we go, like Jacob said, H-Town till we drown. And on
We're drowning.
Sunday, the Houston Texans get absolutely routed 30-6 by the New York Jets. Zach Wilson, 300-yard performance, and just today wins AFC Player of the Week. The last time the Jets had a quarterback throw for 300 yards, it's been 16 games. Just not a good showing by this Houston Texans team. Then the offense was absolutely horrible. Harley, how was the game for you?
Horrible. I mean, it is what it is. I got to see it later on the aftermath because I had to see it. I had to see this 30-6 route because I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. I'm seeing some highlights here and there, and then I finally got to watch the game later, and I was just appalled. I did not understand what happened with the Houston Texans as to why they lost to the New York Jets so badly too. Like if you're gonna lose, I would have understood. Hey, okay, if they lost the game, I could understand it being an ugly loss. The weather just screwed up everything, and it's just darn you MetLife, darn you weather. No, it's the Houston Texans. The weather. Hey, the Jets are playing in the same weather. They dropped 30. You dropped 6. Is CJ didn't have much of a good game. Drops by your receivers. Nico going down doesn't help. Blake Cashman going down doesn't help. Having no Tank Dell also isn't helpful, and it absolutely sucks. It's not a good feeling.
So these were the players who were lost on Sunday.
Mm.
Nico Collins, early in the first quarter, I mean, as soon as he gets his 1,000 yards, goes out for the game.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud goes out with a horrible bang to the head. I myself do. I mean, we'll get to that in a little bit. Blake Cashman, like you just mentioned, Tavier Thomas, Will Anderson Jr., and you were already coming into this game, bro, without Tank Dell, without Titus Howard, without Dalton Schultz, and you got the hell beat out of you. Look, we were wondering how this offense was going to be without Tank Dell, and then we saw it without Tank Dell and Nico Collins, and this receiving core just really let me down. Noah Brown, I mean, 4 balls hit you right in the face. The other one hits you right in the hand. You don't complete a catch. John Mechie, I've been easy on you this entire season. I applaud you for what you've overcome, but now you need to start making plays for this Houston Texans team. You had 5 opportunities to do it. You came down with, I think, only 1 for 2 yards. Robert Woods, a non-factor the entire game. We see, we saw how bad this offense is without your top 3 options. And that's why I am kind of worried going into this Sunday against the Tennessee Titans, who came off of a miraculous win against the Miami Dolphins. I am worried about this offense heading into this Sunday because I don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback. Now we could get into it. Right now, It was 0-0 at halftime. You would have never thought it was zero
Yeah.
to zero at halftime. Harley,
Pause.
there is a chance we see Davis Mills starting on Sunday, and he will be without potentially two out of the top three. We heard Nico wasn't practicing, but he was there today. We also heard Dalton Schultz was there today. But it might be Davis Mills suiting up on Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. And we haven't seen Davis Mills all year. The last time we saw him, me and you, was all the way back at training camp. Right now, CJ Stroud is in the concussion protocol, and head coach D'Amico Ryan said, no matter who the player is, no matter what the situation is, we're going to take care of the player. You also have to think about your future. Do you gamble putting CJ Stroud out there on Sunday versus Tennessee?
Absolutely not. He won't even clear the concussion protocol.
Mm.
I mean, he hasn't even cleared it yet. So he's not playing Sunday. Davis Mills is playing. End of story.
What is your confidence level in Davis Mills?
Wow. And thank you, because I just did a video. I haven't posted it yet, but that's the question in the video for everyone watching. What is the confidence level for Davis Mills? And I'll say this: um, Davis Mills, I believe, to me, is the better option than Case Keenum, because
Mm.
I see comments already.
Some
Uh,
would disagree.
I do not. I mean, that's just. I'm not throwing an old man out there. Uh, I need someone that's going to be able to do rollouts. I need someone that's going to be able. With Case Keenum out there, it eliminates some of your offensive plays. You can't have that. You're going to be taking plays out of your playbook now. With Davis Mills, sure, no, he's no C.J. Stroud. We all know this, but what you should be confident in is that you're facing a divisional opponent, someone that Davis Mills is very familiar with. That it should make you go, okay, I'm gonna feel a little better about this. Because if this was the Browns, nope, I don't see it happening. But because it's the Titans, because it's a divisional opponent, I do see that Davis Mills should have some more confidence with fans. And if it's not with Davis Mills, then it's with the system, because we've seen this system triumphantly work over and over and over again. I know we don't have CJ Stroud. Get it? We're on the road. This system, I have more confidence in it than I do in Davis Mills. Sure, possibly no Nico Collins. Dalton Schultz should be back before the game. You could have Dalton Schultz back. Your wide receivers could consist of Robert Woods, Nico Collins, John Mechie, Xavier Hutchinson.
Mm.
It's not fun to think about having none of your top wide receiver options like you did against the Jets, and your backup quarterback now starting. It's a tough look. It is. I don't like it. But Bobby Slowick is who I have confidence in.
Wow.
And I have so much confidence in that system that Davis Mills is going to perform to the best of his abilities, and they're going to have themselves a bounce back win.
You're calling a win.
It's a bounce back win. The Houston Texans consistently have had bounce back wins throughout this whole year. And yes, did they lay an egg against the Jets? Absolutely. There's no excuses for the Jets game. No excuses. You played like ass. Move on. You can't dwell on the past. You can't dwell on, oh well, we lost to the Jets. You're 7-6 and you're fighting for your playoff lives. If there is any more like hype that you need, any more intensity that you need for this game, I mean, I don't give a damn what jerseys the Titans are wearing. I don't give a damn about that. We're talking about the playoffs right now, man. We're fighting for our playoffs lives. All right. No, you don't need a new offensive line coach. Chris Strasser has done an amazing job. No, you don't want to get rid of Bobby Slowick. It's only his first year. First of all, you wouldn't get rid of him. Second of all, you would never get rid of him. He is an absolute fantastic offensive coordinator right now. He is a fantastic OC. People don't want to admit it because they have recency bias. Oh, we lost 30-6 to the Jets, Harley. You also faced the top 7 defense in the NFL, a legit defense without none of your wide receiver options. I mean, what are we going to do? When Noah Brown's dropping every pass out there, what are you going to do? When John Mechie can't run a route to a freaking simple out route, a clean out route. Like, don't. He's running an out route, and it's like a horrible barber on your fade, man. Like your fade's all jacked up this way, like that. That's what John Mechie was doing, man. That's what John Mechie was doing. He can't run a crisp route to save his life, and it's horrible. You know, I feel bad for him. I want him to succeed. I want to see the crane in the end zone, but it is what it is. And H-Town Big Steve, thank you for watching.
I don't think he was talking to you, bro. I think he was talking to Nick up there.
I don't
Look,
care.
so let's look at the injury report before I give you my confidence in the game. Will Anderson Jr., ankle, did not practice. Blake Cashman did not practice. Nico, no. But we heard he was there. George Fant did not practice. CJ Stroud, obviously, concussion protocol. Tavierre Thomas, hamstring. Then we get, I'm sorry, last one was Laramie Tunsil, but that's his veteran rest day. Limited, Noah Brown, Malik Collins, Shaq Mason, Henry Tuatuo, Robert Woods, and then getting back Kaimi Fairbairn and Dalton Schultz, both full participation. My confidence is at a 5, Harley. It is at a 5 because my team might be starting Davis Mills. Now, you said Davis Mills, you think he's going to play to the best of his abilities. My counter is, what is the best of Davis Mills' abilities? And is the system going to help him? Maybe, but I've seen Davis Mills for 2 years. I know what he is. He is not a starting quarterback. This is a dude who had every opportunity in front of him last year. Regardless, he had the starting quarterback job and could not get it done. You could argue the first 4 games last year could have been W's, depending on how the ball went. I'm nervous about not having Nico, not having Tank. We don't even know how to figure out the running game. We're going to rely on the running game against the Tennessee Titans. And against the Jets, what was working for you on the ground, it was Devin Singletary averaging 5 yards a carry, only 13 touches, and he gets 65 yards, and you don't go back to him. So with the fact that we don't know what the hell we're doing with our running game, you are without your potentially 2 out of your top 3 options, and then it's Davis Mills out there, man. My confidence is at a 5. It could be 4.
Yeah, I mean, my counter to that is we've seen Davis Mills with David Coley and Lovie Smith. Like, tell me what quarterback is going to have a successful year with David Coley and Lovie Smith? There's not many. The lack of offensive attrition, I mean, it was horrible with the Texans. The whole roster was disgusting. So, yes, is Davis Mills a backup quarterback? Absolutely. Am I saying the best of his abilities is a 300-yard passing game? No. But I think he can manage the game for you. I think your defense has a bounce back day. Regardless, who's out for your defense? Blake Cashman and Tavierre Thomas, right? Blake Cashman is the bigger loss. He is the big one. Tavierre Thomas, we've played before without him. We've done well. We've played with a beaten up secondary. But I am confident in D'Amico Ryans, and I'm pretty just surprised at the number of Texans fans that are doubting D'Amico Ryans, that are discouraged behind his coaching staff. That is what I am just surprised right now. I am shocked right now. All right. I
Well,
cannot
you get
believe.
routed 30-6, and there's no
Okay.
life from your team. You know who
Okay.
fixes that? The head coach. And I did
and he
not see
will.
D'Amico Ryans there on Sunday against the New York Jets. You talk about his not calling the timeout when the Houston Texans were moving the ball right before halftime. D'Amico Ryans deserves a lot of scrutiny for for his game as well as the coaching staff and everything. This was the worst loss all season. And you
Okay.
lost to a team that was on a 5-game losing streak, and now it's multiple games you lost to a team that you should have beat: Atlanta, Carolina, now the New York Jets, man. And it's starting to get not questionable but suspect, man.
Sure, it's definitely worth questioning. You should have beat the Panthers, you lost. You should have beat the Falcons, you lost. All right, those are two teams that you should have won against. You should have beat the Jets. The Texans haven't. They just haven't beaten the teams that they're supposed to, and it's upsetting. It's frustrating. I get it. I absolutely get it. But at the same time,
Mm,
the Houston Texans again. Seems like people are going right by this. They've had huge bounce back games.
mm-hmm,
When they need a bounce back win, they get it every single time. They've done it multiple times. The Houston Texans, when doubted, have won these games. Sure, no CJ Stroud. Sure, no wide receiver one weapons. The Houston Texans with D'Amico Ryans, I'm fully confident in. And we just I know the expectations have risen for this team. And I get it. My expectations have risen now. I expected them to win 6 games. We all forgot that this is a rookie head coach, a rookie OC, a rookie team. They're babies. And we're criticizing them like they're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. All right, they're not there yet. We all know they're not there yet. We hope they can be there, and we look at the rest of the AFC and we're going, "Hey, this team has some pieces to the puzzle, and with CJ Stroud, they can take you wherever they want to take you." But we also got to know this team has to play a complete game. Their defense has to step up every single game. Whether or not it's even if they give up a chunk amount of plays, but they get those big stops when you need it. That's what you need from your defense.
mm.
I'm just, I've seen them have bounce back wins all throughout this year, and I see it happening again this Sunday.
Titans Rossi, my brother from the round table, he obviously has a YouTube channel. Titan Upload, go check that out. I think the game is gonna go down to the wire whether Stroud or Mills plays. These two teams going to smack up on each other. Texans will be ready, I think. Okay, shout out to Titans Rossi, man. You might be the only Tennessee Titans fan that I rock with, but dude, this look, if Davis Mills goes out there and wins you this game, man, I mean, I'm gonna call it the biggest win of the season because this is for me a game for D'Amico Ryans, and I'm so happy you brought up that point because if D'Amico Ryans
You go,
can win
Louis.
this game, no CJ, all the players we have out, and grinds one out, not only will the city of Houston will be ecstatic because you beat the Tennessee Titans wearing your Oilers jersey, but it showed that when you have one or two hands tied behind your back, you could win football games. So very excited, man. Dude, I'm just gonna say that I'm very nervous, but a good nervous, right? Because like you mentioned, we we're still in the middle of a playoff push. We can still get first place in the AFC South because the Jaguars lost on Sunday. The Colts lost on Sunday. The only team that won was the Tennessee Titans. These last 4 weeks of the season, Harley, are going to be absolutely insane. However, my confidence will go up and down depending on the injury report. The fact that Nico Collins was out there, you know, I like it. Maybe he does try to play because is this your biggest game of the season now?
Um,
It's been like that all
no,
year, man.
no, but it's a must-win game. It's not your biggest game. I mean, I don't see it like, I don't know how we're classifying biggest game of the
Well, it's because
season.
if you lose this game, you might as well count yourself out the playoffs and
To
count
me,
yourself
that's
out
more of
the race for the
a
division.
must-win game. Then, like, to me, a big game, like your biggest game of the season. To me, I look at it as someone that's a playoff contender. The biggest game of your season was the Cincinnati Bengals. That was a good gauge level test of, are the Texans, are they able to beat a playoff contender, a Super Bowl level team in the Cincinnati? Shout out to Louis with that comment. We've only lost back-to-back games weeks 1 and 2. Sure, we ain't got CJ Stroud, but damn it, everyone just loves to doubt the Houston Texans. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna doubt this head coach. I'm just not gonna do it.
Mm, man, it's gonna be fun because Sunday cannot come quick enough, Harley.
No, it
But
can't.
who would have thought that we're in this situation right now? No one. Like you said, we said 6 to 7 wins. This might be the D'Amico game, and he already spoke about Sunday's matchup. He said he's already fired up talking about the game because the Tennessee Titans obviously being petty and deciding to wear the jerseys against us. Rossi, hopefully Will Anderson plays. Was did not practice today? Yeah, did not practice today. A lot of Houston Texans on the injury list. Is this a
I
D'Amico?
expect him to play.
You do?
I do.
What about Nico?
No, I don't expect Nico to play. To be honest, I do. That's why I've said I don't think David. I think you're going in again with Davis Mills without your number one option in Nico Collins. But I do think Dalton Schultz returns. So, I mean, I'd rather have Nico if you're going to have me choose. Or obviously, I'd rather have both. But yeah, we're doubting Davis Mills. I understand it. Davis looked like absolute dog crap, all right, the last 2 years. But this is a whole new system, man. You can't, I mean, he's only played in the league. This is his third year in the league.
Mm,
We're judging him off the horrible roster construction in the last 2 years of David Coley and Lovie Smith. I mean, there's nobody that's going to have success with that.
mm.
Him and Bobby Slowick's system, the D'Amico Ryans. Say what y'all want about Bobby Slowick. It's cool. I'll be there recording after the game when we get a nice little bounce back dub, and I want to see these people in that comment section. I don't want them
Mm.
hiding either. I don't want them hiding. I
Is
want them. If you're talking shit now, come talk shit after the game too. And I
oh,
reply. I don't care. I don't care about being wrong, man. Like, I'm wrong 75% of the time, man. Like, I don't care about being wrong.
has Harley joined Mills Mafia?
No,
I
absolutely not. If people want to classify me into that, sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Kaimi Fairbairn coming back is a huge,
Huge,
huge return, actually.
bro. I
So,
feel like if we win the game, it'll be because of him.
you know, and it's cool. If people want to classify me into that, go ahead. People told me I was wrong when we were going to beat the Saints. People
Hmm.
told me I was wrong when we could shock the Steelers. People told me I was wrong all year. I don't care, bro. I'm wrong all the damn time. If you don't like it, then oh well. There's plenty of other YouTube content creators. There's almost 5,000 on mine. Got to be doing something right.
Are you okay, Harley? Someone hurt you, bro?
No, I am absolutely fine. I just can't understand why Texans fans have this doubt with D'Amico and want to imply underlying tones of, well, you know what? We should fire this coaching staff.
You're talking
Like,
about that space on Twitter, dude. Come
no, we're
on.
not talking about the space on Twitter. I don't even remember them. I wasn't in
That
there.
was the exact conversation that they had.
No. What I'm saying is, it's just ridiculous that I'm seeing a bunch of Texans fans abandon ship.
Mhm.
Like, the season's over. It's done. Like, we're
Okay,
seven
I've
and
seen that.
six.
I've seen that.
Like, we're 7-6. What are we doing? Slowick is not the problem. Slowick's just fine. All right, sure. Can you? Am I agreeing with every 100% with Slowick? No. Does he run the ball with Damian Pierce way too many times? Yes. Is he sometimes too predictable? Yes. He's also a rookie OC. Like, this is his first year calling plays. And when he has a solid performance with Davis Mills, I want these people back in this comment section. Come check it out, whether I am right or wrong. Slowick doesn't. Apparently, Slowick abandons the run game. I mean, um, no, he runs the ball a lot. Um, doesn't pass enough, in my opinion. I feel like CJ Stroud should have the ball more in his hands. Do people like this kind of chatter? Is this what the people like? Do they like me talking? Oh, well, you know what? Bobby Slowick, he should have CJ Stroud throw the ball a lot more. He should run it 10% of the time because CJ Stroud is the best player. He's top 10 quarterback and he should have the ball 100% of the time. You know what? Let's just pass it every time. Why not? The run game sucks, right? Let's just abandon it. It's not like the run game, creates a Shanahan Kubiak's offense.
Did not expect this type of episode. This is the first time we've seen Harley kind of frustrated, all year. And I will say this. I have the same amount of comments under my video. I'm going to read some of them. I'm not going to mention the names.
Lame.
Because I'm not like that. As far as I'm concerned, the season is over. We limped into the season, and now we're about to limp out this season. I've seen enough. What else? Let me see. That's just one. Season is over. We're not going to make the playoffs.
Come on.
Same old Texans.
Yep. I had that one.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
We need a new O-line coach, 2 new linemen, a new OC, help on defense. Man.
It's ridiculous, bro. Why have we gotten back into this state of, oh, well, the Houston Texans, oh no, this rookie head coach and rookie OC and rookie quarterback and all these babies team that we have, oh no, they suck. It's over. Kill the season. Like, what happened? RELAX is what Aaron Rodgers said one time ago with the New York Jets. And I'm not saying we're about to win out. No, I'm not saying that. But RELAX, Texans fans, damn, I get it. It's an upsetting loss. You didn't expect to lose to the Jets 30-6. It's freaking frustrating, all right? Yeah, I watched the game. It's ridiculous. What am I supposed to do? Dwell on it for the whole week? Like, I'm on to Tennessee, man. Like, let's get it on. I'm ready to see some work get done by my Houston Texans.
Nick, that comment was funny. Bobby, let's throw a 30-yard bomb on 3rd and 1, Slowick. It was actually on 4th and 1. 2 Dodson Schultz. Jalen said, we need to win this game so Harley can talk his shit. Listen.
I'm talking about shit regardless, so...
You see, man, it's just yeah, we gotta make sure you guys are liking today's stream. That's how y'all help us the most. What is your score prediction? Well, yeah, just go ahead and give me a score prediction since you already said we were gonna win.
I'd say it's a bounce back win. It's gonna be an ugly. It's not gonna be pretty. I don't think so. But I think you're gonna get some good contributions. I think you're going to get some good contributions. Sorry, some breaking news in the NBA. I think you're going to get some good contributions from people that you don't expect. I don't know who, but it just feels that way. It just feels that way. And I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. I think the Houston Texans are going to beat the Titans. I know the odds are stacked against you. You don't have CJ. You don't have your wide receiver options. Your defense is banged up. I get it. And I understand the frustration. I mean, we're all Texans fans at the end of the day. But I think the Texans are going to get this win.
Mm.
And let's go Kaimi Fairbairn. Bud, it is nice to have you back as you hit a game winning field goal, maybe. Shoot. All right, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's just have him kick a field goal and the defense holds the Titans in that mayo drinking, coffee slugging son of a gun and Will Levis. Maybe it's let's go 20-17.
Mm.
It's an
I'll
early
just go
prediction.
ahead and give mine. I think this game was close. I think it's ugly.
Yeah.
Like Harley says, I think the defense does bounce back. They have, they've had all year. As Titan Rossi has told us all year, the Titans O line is not that good. Derrick Henry isn't having that good of a season. The Houston Texans do have a very good rushing defense. It's just going to be what can Davis Mills do his first appearance, right? His debut this year, and it's gonna be can he win this game or not? So I am excited. Sunday can't come fast enough. Breaking
Nice,
news:
nice
Texans
troll.
drafted Deshaun Watson with the trade up to the 13th pick. Where were you when that happened? I was working at the YMCA.
I was at home, obviously watching the draft, and I was absolutely going nuts.
I was jumping up and down.
I
I got written
mean,
up.
duh, duh. Like, who wouldn't go crazy? Obviously, hindsight, is 2020, and it's like, well, that sucks. But the moment in what Rick Smith did as a GM, really putting his balls on the table and saying, "Hey, measure them." Yeah, that's a great moment for the Houston Texans.
Does John the Grenard have 10 sacks? Yes, he does. He might end
Yes.
the season with 12 or 13. Then you're going to have to give him the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a good episode despite the angry Harley. Nonetheless, this was absolutely fire, guys. When you are a winning football team, it's fun to talk about. If this was a losing Houston Texans team, nobody will be tuned in.
No.
But because we are in the middle of a playoff push, you guys are here. Shout out to all of you, man. And shout out to all of you who has joined us since the beginning. Once again, believe in Texans on Spotify. Make sure you guys are liking today's stream. We are brought to you by Bet Online. We're going to preview the Titans game maybe on Friday night, and we'll have a little hype speech for you guys. Thank y'all so much and have a real blessed rest of your night.